Thursday as you finally come home and you take on an S&T team that's won 4 in a row.
Yeah, good quality basketball team, a team that plays very unconventional, and it'll be a great test for our guys, and we're really looking forward to the challenge. I just think that every game, as they keep coming, our guys are continuing to improve, and I'm looking forward to improve this week in practice, and then obviously Thursday night.
Unconventional, what do they do?
They're going to speed you up. They're going to run and trap the basketball. They'll play 94 feet. They just don't play traditional. They'll give up layups. They'll give up easy shots so they can go the other way, and they just want a lot of possessions in a game.
They've got a guard whose numbers indicate that he has a lot of double-doubles, and they have another guy who gets a lot of double-doubles. Could be a couple nice matchups between Mel's and their guy, and then Foster and Carlson.
Yeah, I think anytime you start looking at the teams that have won games in a row, they're always going to have good players, and we look more of it as a team defense, but obviously those individual guys have to do their job on the defensive end of the floor, and we just have to play really quality team basketball on both ends of the floor, and I think we'll be able to slow both those guys up. I would be disappointed if they get their numbers on Thursday night.
What does it say about the maturity of your team that you can either win by scoring in the 80s or winning by keeping somebody in the 50s?
Yeah, I just think it's a sign of maturity. I think it's the style of play that we do play. We can play fast or slow. I think we can adapt to either the way the game is played. We just talk about getting quality shots. But at the end of the day, you got to have good players, which we do. You got to have mature players. And these guys have been through the wars here for the last couple of years, and they understand what it takes to win. And really, at the end of the day, you have to get a better shot on your end of the floor than the other team does on their end. And regardless of how many possessions or what the tempo is, you have to be better at doing that.
Give me one key maybe for Thursday night.
Well, I think number one is just transition defense. We talk about it all the time. That's our number one thing that we do defensively is transition defense, and we got to make them earn their baskets. We'll give up points, and if they earn them, then that's part of it. But we want a contested shot, make them earn, and play against a set defense on Thursday night.
Saturday, Drury comes to town. They're nationally ranked. They're 5th in the nation right now. These are the type of games, and that could be first place, could be on the line. These types of games you want to play.
Well, I tell the kids that you want to play important games at the end of January and early February, and we put ourselves in a position to play important games from here on out. Every game matters and means something, and that's why you go to college. It's why you play college basketball. It's really important. And Drury on Saturday is a storied basketball program. Last year's national champions. I think they won 57 out of 58 games or something crazy like that. So, but our guys I know are looking forward to the challenge on Saturday, and they'll be excited to play, and hopefully it'll be a great basketball environment.
How much will the fans make you'd like to see a nice crowd on Saturday, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying, but I mean, it really helps. I mean, number one, it's good to play in front of a great crowd, but number two, it helps. I mean, when we go on the road and play against other teams, they have a good crowd, it bothers you. It is what it is. That's why home court advantage is so important. And it's even more prevalent at, the Division I or NBA level because of the support, but I think that's why Drury's been so successful the last 2 years. They have great crowd support, great fan support, great administration support, and those things all matter when you're trying to win and turn a program around.
Everybody's helping you offensively and defensively, aren't they? You got certain guys you can look at, but really this is a team effort, isn't it?
Yeah, this is as much of a team as I've been a part of in a long time, and it's a selfless group of kids. They don't care who gets the credit. They just want to win, and that's a lot easier said than done. And a bunch of guys that are committed to winning, to do whatever it takes to win the basketball game. And obviously you got Mike and the other guys that are doing certain things, but when you pop on that tape and you see the contributions from everybody that's playing, everybody that's involved, from a coaching staff all the way down to the scout team players, everybody's got a hand in the part, and they're doing what they're supposed to do in order to win basketball games.
One more question. Talk to me about your defense and how it's improved over, say, the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, I just think it's a work in progress, and the way that we play defensively is it doesn't really matter what the other team does. So we feel like we can improve throughout the year when a lot of teams don't improve. They'll just kind of game plan for certain type of players or certain type of systems. We just stay with what we call a system, and we're going to guard the majority of things that we do play against the same way, and I think our guys really, really improve. I think kids improve doing that.
get it done at the end of the game, the last 20 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, we don't like to start slow, but sometimes if that happens, like I said, the important thing is that we just keep pushing, keep finding a way to get it done. And when you're playing on the road and you're playing conference games on the road and against teams that have nothing to lose, sometimes that's how you have to do it. You just have to find a way at the end to pull through. And our kids did a great job at that this past week.
S&T Thursday night.
Yeah, S&T's good. They got some athletes on their team that can do some things. They have a post player that I think they probably don't get the ball enough to, but is very talented and definitely willing to bang down there. So we're going to have to be ready to play against them.
Play one person against her, or maybe you switch off?
We're going to start just playing one against her, and then we might have to double depending on how often they look to get her the ball and what she does down there. But she's definitely capable of doing some things.
Last couple of games a little bit, you've got some more play, more scoring out of your bigs down low.
Yeah, we've had very balanced scoring all year, and I think that's something that makes us a tough matchup for everybody. Our kids are very willing to share the ball, and whether that's down low or from the perimeter, I think our kids do a great job of adjusting and just getting the ball in the right person's hands or making plays when we need them. So, I think that's all the credit to our kids and how much work they put in.
How much better is your team on January 26th than
Right.
you were on December 26th?
I think we continue to get better, and I think we continue to get better on the defensive end, and just understanding, concepts of how we want them to play and what we want out of them, and and us learning them too, what makes them tick and what makes them go and not go, and so forth. So it's a learning process the first year, and really getting to know each other and philosophies and how we want things done. So it takes some time, and I think we're getting there.
Do you guys talk about the winning streak at home?
No, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't talked about it.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, I mean, I know.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought it. I didn't know if that was something that was just, you knew about or people.
Well, they might talk about it. I don't know. Do you guys talk about the winning streak at home? Yeah, they probably do.
Okay. Drury on Saturday.
Yeah, I've seen some Drury on tape already, and definitely a very talented team. I mean, they got kids that can do it from the perimeter as well as do it inside. They play extremely hard, and they work extremely hard. So, we're going to have to come out, and I guess one of the good things about that game is we're going to be the underdog, which hasn't happened a lot this year. So, we're going to go out, and we'll have a good game plan put in place to go out and hopefully upset them on our home court.
But that's why you play. See, it's cold in here. I'm already
I
getting
know.
That's why you want to play these big games, and you like to have them at home.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's that time where we've been on this win streak, and we've played some teams that were at the top, but also some teams that were at the bottom, and now we're ready to go after some ranked teams and see kind of how we match up with them, and if we have the opportunity to walk away with a win.